It's now time for Energy Insights, where you get an inside view and local perspectives of all the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley. This program is being brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association and can be heard every Saturday at 9 a.m. on local radio WMOA AM 1490 and ESPN radio WJAW FM 100.9 and AM 630. It's now time for the show. Here's Johnny Wharf, your local host.
Energy Insights on a Saturday morning, and we're pleased to be joined by Cathy Hill, and she is with Ergon. I'm going to first ask you to tell us about Ergon, and then tell us about Cathy Hill in terms of how you got into the industry and where you were educated and all that kind of good stuff.
Ergon is a corporation that is the corporate office is down in Jackson, Mississippi, but we have a local refinery in Newell, West Virginia. And my job is as a crude buyer for Ergon is to buy crude from local producers and keep the refinery running so that it can stay in business.
You know, we always wonder, if there's oil here and it's going, where's it going to? So you get it, and then where do you send it?
We truck, barge, and pipeline oil from Ohio, West Virginia, Kentucky, and Pennsylvania. We take it to the refinery, and there it is processed, and we can get diesel, but the crude we use goes more towards the waxes. We use to have a bright stock and a wax form, of the lower gravity oil. So that's what we use as special products for our refinery.
And we've discussed this a little bit on previous shows, but there was a time when the oil was coming to us. And so are you sending this to the Gulf? Or as they barge it and ship it and truck it?
We keep the oil that we can use at the refinery. Mm-hmm. That is more of the shallower legacy crude. And we will barge the higher condensate south to maybe Marathon or down to the Gulf. We use it and we will process the products that we sell for waxes, for makeup, for different, the wax can be used in the food industry, and we have, even the lube stocks more. We process that and have a byproduct at the refinery.
Cathy Hill with Ergon is our guest on Energy Insights. Can you speak a little to the price of oil? So we see that it's X, per barrel. Does that relate, the numbers that we see in the trades or on the news, relate to what we have here locally?
Yes, we base our price on the NYMEX price, which is similar to the WTI that you also see, and it is a traded price. So it will have a daily price that we use for our producers. So we do so much, that's what we base it on. Right now we're like $1 below NYMEX is what we pay. So, and since we use the legacy low gravity oil, we pay a better price for that than we do for our condensate that we will ship or barge to the south.
All right, and then lastly, just give me that quick little history on Cathy Hill, how you land in our area, how we're fortunate to have you here and working for this company.
I'm originally from the Philadelphia area and went to Penn State and found petroleum engineering. So I'm a petroleum engineer from Penn State, and I got my first job with Quaker State in Belpre, Ohio. And I got married, have kids, so I've stayed in the area, and I've worked for local producers. I went from Quaker State to different, I did work for a consulting, James Engineering, different producers then in the area. I worked for Blosser Energy for 16 years, and then finally jumped onto Ergon in the last 5 years as a crude buyer.
We could do This Is Your Life. I didn't expect Penn State, Philadelphia. So it's interesting, and we appreciate your time here on Energy Insights and hope to get an opportunity to talk to you again. Cathy Hill, our guest from Ergon, this morning on Energy Insights.
Thank you for listening to Energy Insights, brought to you by the Southeastern Ohio Oil and Gas Association. Tune in every Saturday at 9 a.m. on WMOA and ESPN Radio WJAW as Johnny Wharf brings you your local and inside perspectives of the oil and gas progress going on in the Mid-Ohio Valley.